What is going on, good people? Man, we are back at it out here. Y'all remember that DIY irrigation system that I put in last year? If you haven't checked that out, go back and check that video out and you'll see I wasn't getting very good germination. So I put in a quick DIY above ground irrigation system. Now we're gonna get in and we're gonna recess that, drop it in the ground, conceal it, so you'll never know it's there. We only need a couple of things to be able to do that, and I'll show you exactly what those are. Now let's get into this video. I'm gonna show you how I do that. Quick, easy, and simple. Let's go. All right, so if you've been following me for any amount of time and you hear me talking about irrigation, normally I end up bringing up the blue lock fittings. So I love these. As soon as I found out about them, I ordered me some. So one of the great benefits about these blue lock fittings is they just push in, boom, but that's easy. But the even better part about that is they're actually removable. So you get this little tool, just put it around the pipe. Once it's in there, and then you can remove it. So making changes to irrigation is a lot easier than having to deal with PVC and cutting it and re-gluing it and all of that. All of that is a thing of the past. So being that we have these blue lock fittings in here, we don't have to actually change any of the poly piping, but what we do have is just a swing joint. Just pick these up from Lowe's. You can get them from your local big box store. It is a Rainbird brand, but we've also got these tees. So the only thing we have to do is thread the swing pipe in to our existing tee. Once we have that in, next thing we'll do, we'll just connect our irrigation head in there once we dig the hole in the ground, and that's it. Like, it's literally gonna be that easy. We're gonna come back, we'll cover this up with some mulch. We'll recess it a little bit into the ground, lay some mulch over top of it. You'll never know it's there. Now let's get into the action of it. Quick, easy, and simple. Told you. We've got our hole dug. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take off the old head. Make sure that you are checking if you need 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch for your connection on the bottom of your head. These smaller ones are normally 1/2 inch. Your larger rotators and larger irrigation heads are 3/4. So make sure you check and make sure these two are compatible. I like to use a little Fusion sealant just to make sure I get a good seal on there. It is not required on these fittings, but I like to put a little on there, a little insurance policy for once I put this thing in the ground. Good. Next thing is I put a little Teflon around the fitting that's going to go into my irrigation head. I don't use any sealant on this because I don't want it getting gunked up inside my head. So I will add a little Teflon tape around there. Never hurt. Make sure you have a good seal on there. Try to prevent any leaking if possible. And then we'll put our head on. Now that we got that, this is what will sit in the ground. We'll clean this off here, add a little glue to it. and that'll screw right into here. And then the other great thing about these blue lock fittings is that they rotate, so now I can just spin the fitting and the pipe right into the ground. All right, so I know that I'm going to recess this a little bit, so I'll go ahead and move some of this mulch out of the way. Try and get me closer to the level that it's going to be recessed to. And that's going to be it right there. Hole's almost perfect. I need to put a little bit of dirt down in the bottom of the hole, just a little bit. It's a little too deep. And then all we have to do after that point is backfill it, check it, make sure we don't have any leaks. Just backfill it enough just to hold everything in there. Rinse and repeat. It's that easy. So that is now a clean look. That's what I like it to look like. The swing joint that we use is about $4 from your local big box. So I only needed to get 3 of those for my for this portion of the irrigation system. So not a lot of money, nice, it's cheap, it's quick, and it gets the job done. So if you're striving to have those immaculate lawns or gardens, just know we work.